So I picked up this student at A&T. Well, I went over there a couple times a day, and I forget what her major was, computer stuff. But anyway, I was able to talk to her about, because we were just talking about, I was talking about how I went to college for math and engineering, and she was talking about how her math class. I said, the thing about it is, I said, math is all that, but you really need the language to see what reality's about. And she was interested, so I kept talking. And so we ended up talking about how everything out here changes, but everything out here is the same, but the inside is what changes. Anyway, she could hear me, college student. And so we pulled up at the Domino's. She was wanting me to drop her off at the Domino's. She lived right near Domino's. I said, so when you're going in here to get this Domino's, you got your pie, right? And there's pieces of the pie, right? If you taste one piece of the pie, it tastes like the other pieces of the pie. If you ate the whole pie, it would taste like the pieces of the pie, which reveals the hologram. And I said, not only that, in your mind right now, you know what it tastes like. Did you hear what I just said? She was sitting in the back seat here. And I said, think about it. Before you go in there, you already know what the pizza tastes like in your mind, even though you haven't eaten it yet, because of a memory. I was showing her how everything's a copy. So when you eat pizza or any kind of food, it creates a memory, right? So that memory's in your brain. Oh, I want some more pizza or whatever you eat. And I said, it's a copy machine. It's a holographic fractal copy machine. And I said, so I was showing her that. And then before I said the stuff about her thoughts, I said about the pizza, and I said, think about it. In your mind right now, you already know what that pizza tastes like, even though you're not eating it. I said, there's your hologram right there. There's your memory. There's the copy. That pizza made a copy in your taste buds, in your mind, and you know what that pizza tastes like. You created a copy. The bushes repeat, the dashes repeat, the bricks repeat, the windows repeat, the siding, the shingles repeat. Everything's repeating. The trees repeat. The rocks repeat. The sidewalk repeats. The colors repeat. This color red will be down the street here at another stoplight. The stoplights repeat. It's a copy machine. When you wake up to it, it can become kind of depressing, unless you know it's all a worship service. If God reveals this to you, if you can hear what I'm saying, eventually you'll say, well, everything's a repeat. Every moment, every day, every second's a repeat. Yes. Well, why am I here? If everything's just a copy and everything's already been, what has been shall be, what shall be has been. If everything's already been, why am I here? To renew yourself in the inner man, to think outside the box, to manage your life in a more peaceful way. I'll give you an example, and I told her, I can't remember who, I talked to a lot of people. I told her, I said, if you can see the hologram, if you can see the fractal hologram, if you can see that it's all a simulation, out here doesn't change, what changes is the inside, it will help you with relationships, help you on your job, in your life. It teaches you to forgive people, not be bitter, because when you look at another person, you're looking at a copy of yourself who made just different choices than you. And so even though they're acting crazy in front of you, trying to provoke you, they just chose a different path. You're looking at a mirror image, a copy of yourself who chose a different path. Like that one guy's using some canes. The other guy's not. They both have two legs. 2 arms, a body, and a head. They're both the same, but life just took them in different paths. They chose some of the paths that they took, life took them there. But a lot of it, they made their own choice. So as you make your own choice and you choose a different path than somebody else, and they're acting crazy or in the flesh or acting stupid, you don't have to respond. Because you know that person's just that's another person, per the Son, a copy of Jesus, but they chose to either accept and follow or reject, or they chose to accept and still go down the troublesome path, drama, whatever. And a lot of stuff that people are dealing with, if they're acting crazy, if they're acting foolish and into drama, it's identity. Sorry. 1 second. If they're acting crazy and dramatic or drama, it's because that's all they know, or there's some kind of insecurity. I picked these high school students up yesterday, and this one little girl, she was just cursing. She was mad, and she was mad at the school because she had to take an Uber, and they didn't have a bus for her, and she cursed like a sailor. I mean, she made, think of the worst person that you can think of saying curse words. She was saying them all. That lady on Dr. Phil, remember that girl on Dr. Phil? She made her look like a joke. Anyway, I was listening to her and I just started laughing because I realized the only reason she's doing that is because she feels powerless. Most of the time when people are cursing and throwing a fit, because they feel powerless. They feel powerless. They don't have an identity. You see, they feel like they have no power, and so they start to lash out, you know. That's it in a nutshell. They feel powerless, so they lash out. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? So if you see somebody acting stupid over there walking down or coming at you saying something that don't make sense, it's in them. It's not you. You don't have to respond. It's something internal in them. When Jezebel wants to come at you with a pride war, you don't fight the pride war. When the devil comes at you with a fear dart, run to Jesus. Say, Lord, I got a demon trying to hit me with a fear dart. When you can look around you. And I had another conversation where I was telling one lady, I said, look at these trees. They don't shoot each other. That tree was here before I was born, and it'll be here when I'm dead. And they don't go to work. They don't fight. They're just there. I said, now, most of the animals are the same way. They might have to hunt each other for food, but pretty much they're usually, the squirrels and the rabbits and all, pretty much living in peace. I said, why is it that tree and most animals are in more peace than the human? Something's upside down. They messed with her. They messed with our mind. They tried to take away your peace. The internet's taking away your peace. Cut it off. The news is taking away your peace. Cut it off. They're trying to mess with your peace. The narcissist. I've noticed in my 20 years of renting, or 25 years, that some renters get possessed. They actually think they own the property. He's like, what? What are you, stupid? Be careful what you say, because it might come to an end, you know. But they start to try to act like they own the place, and they try to persecute you, and they need you. And it's what blows your mind. It's like you're being nice, you're serving people and helping people have a place to stay, you know. And then they flip it up. They flip out and start to attack the very people that are helping them. They end up attacking because they get possessed or something. Blows your mind. It really blows your mind. it's off the roof, to be honest with you. It's kind of like the dog that you feed a dog and it tries to bite you. You marry a woman and she starts to attack you for no reason. You're working 2 or 3 jobs to take care of her and she starts to attack you. What's that about? What's that about? You're just trying to make a living and have a peaceful home, and she's attacking you. She had to be possessed. Something took over her. If you are married to somebody and you're not trying to create a peaceful home for that person, something wrong with you. I mean, there's something wrong with you. If you got a fight with your spouse and start a fight, you have a problem. You have a mental problem or a demon problem, and probably both. If you got an employer who's paying you and you're trying to create trouble on the job instead of being a team player, why not change jobs? You got the problem. Yeah, you might have a narcissistic boss or something, but God always fixes that situation. All you do is pray about it. God will fix that situation. Because if you're doing a good job, they don't want to lose you, you know. You go do your job and you go home. And I know it can be rough, but stay busy. The secret to a job is just get good at what you do and just stay busy. And if there's a bunch of people doing the gossip and backbiting stuff, you know, just stay busy and you won't even be a part of it anymore. Until they try to pull you in, just get busy. So I'm pretty sure that tree was there before I was born, and that tree will probably be there when I'm dead and gone. And look how that peace in that tree is higher than most people. If a tree has more peace than you, something's wrong. That's your thermometer. Your thermometer is when you lose your peace, that you need to get back in line, you know.